Good evening and welcome to the show. We're so glad to have you join us. And this evening we have some exciting guests for you. We're going to start off talking about Great Basin College. Then we're going to talk about income taxes. I know you're interested in that. And then we're going to talk about things that are happening in our community. And we're going to close with information you really need about prostate cancer. So I want you to get your pens and paper and take all the notes, because we're going to give you a lot of information and it's going to be coming pretty fast. So be ready for it. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce my first guest now. She's Diane Wrightman, and she's the director of Great Basin College. So Diane, welcome to the show.
Thanks for inviting me.
And we're so glad to have you with us. You know, I hear so much about Great Basin College, and I still hear people say, well, it's a community college. And I know in a community college, you can't issue four-year degrees, so you can't be a community college.
So we are actually a college. We do want to eventually become a state college, but right now we do offer bachelor programs. Students can get their bachelor degrees in education, elementary, secondary. We have 2 new bachelor programs that were approved by the Nevada State Board, and that will be English. We'll have a Bachelor of Arts in English and a Bachelor
fantastic.
of Science in Biological Sciences. So we're really excited about those 2 degrees.
Oh, this is great. Now, I also know that at Great Basin College, it's local, so students who graduate from the high school here can go right on to college. And they don't have to go to Las Vegas or someplace else to go to college.
Correct. So we have a number of students that come to Great Basin. Some of our high school students will actually take some classes ahead of time at a discounted rate and get some dual credit. So they'll have some college classes underneath them by the time that they come and take classes with us. But
explain that program.
So we have a dual credit program where high school students, typically they're going to be juniors or seniors, that will take classes like English, math, maybe psychology classes from us at a discounted rate. So right now that rate's $50 for a whole 3-credit class, and they get college credit. And then when they come to Great Basin, they already have that credit underneath them. Or if they go anywhere else, if they go to UNLV or UNR, those credits will transfer with them.
That is outstanding. So a high school student comes to you already with college credit, ready to rock and roll.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's fantastic. Being in the education field, I'm familiar with some of the programs in other areas, but to find out that we have so much here at Great Basin College, I think is very rewarding. And our students need to know that.
We do, and I mean, we have a couple more new programs. We have a new RN program that just started up this year with our first cohort of students, and so we'll have some registered nurses here in Pahrump. Hopefully, in the next year and a half, they'll graduate and be able to work here locally. We'll have registered nurses here locally. We're going to be starting an EMT basic program January 25th. So anybody that wants to take an EMT basic, they can do that through us. Starting in January, they just have to call us. There are some prereqs that you need to have, some immunizations, CPR card, things like that. So if they give us a call, we can explain all that stuff to them.
And who would they call? What number would they call?
You would call 775-727-2000.
727-2000 for Great Basin College.
Absolutely.
Who should they ask for?
They don't need to ask for anybody. They can just ask whoever answers the phone any questions that they have. Typically, the staff at the front desk can answer pretty much every question that's out there. If they don't know the answer, they'll usually find somebody who will find it for them.
Okay. Now, your students come from what area? I know they come from Pahrump, but any place else?
Well, Great Basin College, our mission is to educate rural Nevada. So we cover 89,000 square miles of the state.
Great.
And so we have a small satellite site in Tonopah, so I have a couple students there. And then we also have students who take classes throughout all of Nye County. We just picked up Lincoln County, so hopefully we'll start having students take classes there. And that's just for the southern area of Nevada. We also have a bunch of counties up north, Winnemucca, Ely, Battle Mountain, Gabbs, all that. So.
Okay, and at the satellites, can they also go ahead and apply for the 4-year degrees?
They can. Not every single 4-year degree can you get down here in Pahrump. So for example, our instrumentation program, our bachelor's in instrumentation, you cannot get down here. You have to actually go to Elko, but you can get your education. You can get a social work. We have a 3+1 program with the University of Nevada, Reno. So students will do their first 3 years here in Pahrump, and then their last year is done completely online. through the University of Nevada, Reno. And they'll have to go up to Reno like 2 or 3 times within that last year, but they'll get their bachelor's from UNR.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. And we have a lot of students that, they'll come here, they'll get their 2-year degree, whether it's an Associate of Arts or Associate of Science, and they'll transfer to, UNLV or UNR or Nevada State College. Obviously, I like them to stay in the state if they can. But we have a lot of students that want to go out of state. But I always tell parents, have your students go to your local community college. They're going to save a lot of money. They're going to get their 2-year degree. It's transferable to any other accredited institution as well. So I mean, that's just economically and in the financial mindset that we're all in these days. It's so much. I wish I would have done it when I was in school, because I probably wouldn't still be paying on student loans right now. But
well, usually when I talk to high school students, and I used to do that quite a bit, I still do it sometimes, but I ask high school students, would you rather go to a college or a university? And many of them say, well, I want to go to a university, and I ask why. They have a variety of answers, but they don't know. The only difference between a college and a university is a university will give advanced degrees. That's the only difference.
Yep, and I tell students, if you're going to get your degree here, your 2-year degree or your 4-year degree, then go to the big university. Because what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to navigate that big university.
Absolutely.
Because that huge university has so many students.
Yep.
And so you can get lost in it. But by coming to Great Basin, you're not just a number. I'm going to give you individual attention. You're going to get your questions answered. You're going to learn how to navigate. You're going to learn how to look up your classes. You're going to learn how to use the system. That way, when you go to the university and they kind of say, go here, go there, go here, you're able to be like, I know what I need to do because I've been taught that.
Absolutely. When I talk to students on that, and I know they don't really know exactly what it is they want to do. So we have to steer them. And then when I tell people, well, I started off at a community college, and then I went to Illinois Institute of Technology, which is actually a university status. And from there, I went to Mississippi State and got my master's degree, and then I got my doctorate of education. So, but I started off at a 2-year college, and I don't have student loans to pay off. So if you don't want to end up with a large student loan or a lot of money owed, start locally.
Right, and we offer live classes with our traditional instructor there in the classroom. We have our interactive video classes where students will learn. We'll have instructors beaming in from some of our other satellite sites, but everything's real time. Students raise their hand, ask questions, all at the same time. And then we have your online classes. So we offer the whole gamut of classes. We're not just online college, we offer both live instruction as well as online instruction. So it's important that people know that.
Now, I have to ask, do you have classes on holidays, or how do you schedule your classes?
So our classes are typically going to be fall, spring, and then we have a summer term. So we'll have classes in the fall that are going to be ending actually in 2 more weeks. So finals are in 2 weeks, so our students are kind of stressed out right now, but we have like stress relievers for them at the college. And then in the spring semester, the spring semester starts January 25th. So anybody who wants to sign up for classes that start January 25th, they can call the center. We'll give you the steps that you need to get enrolled. And then again, January 25th, and those go through May. And then we have a summer term that will be it's 10 weeks, and it starts in July.
Now, I have to ask, were you open yesterday for Pearl Harbor Day?
No.
On December 7th, you're closed?
Oh, yes. No, we were open. I'm sorry.
You are open?
Yes, we are open.
Oh, gee. Okay. So for those veterans out there and for all those people that think about it, yesterday was Pearl Harbor Day, December 7th, and we need to remember that. And
it's a big year, too, isn't it?
Say that again?
Isn't it a big year, anniversary year?
I would say every year is an anniversary year.
Yeah.
You're talking 1941.
Okay.
So, okay. Great Basin College, local, and just so much going on. And as was stated already by Director Diane Wrightman, you can call the number, and the number again is?
727-2000.
727-2000. It's on your screen right now. Write that number down. And if you have any questions at all about education at Great Basin College, for your student, for yourself, adults can go there as well to get information and to take classes. So write that number down, call them, and you can meet your educational goals that way. For high school students, I'm already letting them know you don't have to go to Las Vegas to get your education, your college education. And you can go to Great Basin College locally, inexpensive, much more inexpensive than as I had to go to UNLV to take some classes just for my degree. So those are things that we look at. So Diane, anything else you'd like to say before we have to take this to a close?
No, like I said, my name is Diane. I'm at the center. If you have any questions, if you want a tour, you can always just give us a call. We can set something up. I do advising as well at the center. So anything that you need, I'm there for you. And I'd love to, tell you what your options are. So.
That's something I hadn't heard about on the tour. What do you show on the tour?
I will show your classrooms, how we do at the IAV. I'll show you our biology room. We have a great upscale biology room, and then our nursing lab as well, which is great. And we also have a veteran center that we are just opening. We're actually going to roll it out in January. So any veterans out there that want to use their benefits, or just maybe want to meet other veterans that are coming out of school, please come visit the center, and I'll show you around.
Oh, this is fantastic. I always talk about veterans and what veterans need. And veterans, we hadn't said anything about the fact that you can use your veteran benefits at Great Basin College.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. So remember, call the number and find out and get answers to any educational question about Great Basin College. I want to thank you, Diane, for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm going to ask everybody to stay by for our session number 2. We're going to be talking about income taxes. So stand by, keep your pens and pencils handy, and get all the information you can, because this is fantastic information. Thank you, and we'll see you in our next session.